right, welcome to Let's Listen podcast, where we have open conversations with startups and entrepreneurs and people from all over the place, and we learn from their success and struggles. My name is Nick. Hopefully you listened to the last podcast. If you didn't, well, now you're listening. So how about you introduce yourself and kind of talk about your company?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Brian Larry. I am the co-founder of a startup in Fargo, North Dakota that's called Connect Labs. And we focus on helping brick and mortar businesses better understand and engage their customers. What does all that mean? It basically means that, think of it as social media, Facebook, different companies like that. They collect all this data to better understand people and how they interact with the internet. Our company does the exact same thing, except we do it for brick and mortars.
So I guess with online media or online stores growing every day, how do you see the market, your guys' market, brick and mortar shops, still be relevant within today?
You know, it's one of those things where people are going to always, in my opinion, need that human interaction to a point. I don't want a salesman to annoy me when I first walk in the door, but if I do have a question, I need it answered.
Right.
Eventually, you'll have computer screens that do it, and Connect Labs is also working on that too. Cool. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is we're trying to give you that virtual store. Think of it as where you'll be able to walk in the store, try on the clothing, and then order it online.
Yeah.
So the opportunity there is for our store not to actually stock 1,000 different pieces now.
So is it kind of like drop shipping in a way?
Kind of like that. Kind of like that in a way.
And I guess for people that don't understand drop shipping, basically the company's a middleman, right?
Yep.
So they're going to order from the company gets it from whoever, and then they ship it out. So you're really just being a middleman. So sorry.
No.
But back to your story.
No. I mean, you're right down the line. That's a ways out, but it's something that we're working on as far as that virtual store goes. Right now we focus on more bars and restaurants.
Cool.
And we focus on creating customer engagement platforms that allows that business to better understand how you interact with that business.
Okay.
So think of it as like you come into a business and you sign up for their loyalty program.
Right.
We call ours a customer engagement platform because we don't just sign you up to get your 10 free subs or 10 free subs. You got to get 10 of them. You got to buy 9 to get the 10th one free.
And you get the 10th one free.
Yeah, we don't do that. We literally help that business better engage with you by understanding what you purchase from that business. So we kind of understand your spending habits, what you buy from that business, and by doing that, we'll be able to actually market to you the things that you actually buy from that business.
So really, in kind of a turnaround way, by helping the customer, you're helping the business.
Exactly.
And isn't that just a novel idea? Like, wow, we're actually like helping people?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's exactly it. It's one of those things where, like I said, if I can help a business better understand you, I can, make you a loyal customer.
Right.
Online is killing it right now because every time you go somewhere and buy something or even look at something, that item follows you around the internet until you decide to buy it. Or get sick and tired and say, stop following me, one or the other. But yeah, just along those same lines, but doing it for actually brick and mortar stores.
So when people walk into these brick and mortar stores, obviously you said they're not going to be bothered by like a sales associate.
Yep.
But there will be certain
There'll
kiosks or what is around the store?
Think about it like this. We've created this technology that we call Lift and Learn.
Okay.
So say you walk into a shoe store and you go to pick up a pair of Nikes. When you pick that Nike up, that actual demo Nike up, once you pick the Nike up, we have sensors in that Nike shoe, and what happens is the display would come on.
Cool.
So that display would come on and they would actually tell you about that Nike shoe, the price of it, how it's made, where it's made, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of tells you all the information. So without having an actual salesman be there bothering you, hey, what do you need to buy?
Right.
You just lift things up and you learn about them.
So I bet Colby loves you.
Yeah.
Colby's got to love you.
I know, right? I give him all that cool opportunity to tell people about his shoes, right?
You know what? The only bad thing about this, and I don't know if you've ever played this game. Have you ever done the Buckle Challenge?
What's the Buckle Challenge?
The Buckle Challenge. So you know the store, The Buckle, and sorry to anybody that works there.
Oh, God.
You got to go from the front of the store to the back of the store. You got to touch the wall and come out without anybody talking to you.
Yep.
And whoever wins that buys the other person dinner or a beer or something.
I've heard about that challenge, not with the Buckle, but with other stores.
Okay.
Because it literally is like, can I say the word hell? Because it's literally like hell because they will bombard you from the second you walk in until you get halfway through the bombardment. Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? If I need you, I will come find you. I promise you. That's the way I think about it. So hopefully this lift and learn opportunity will allow you to walk into the store and go to the back of the store and make it out without anybody bothering you.
And so you're literally only being taught or talk to about a product that you're truly interested in, right?
Exactly. That's the whole concept of I don't bother you until you need me to help you.
Right.
That's the thing. So it's going to eliminate a lot of sales jobs because you don't need the actual 20 guys in buckle.
But what type of jobs is it going to create?
Oh God, for computers a lot.
Right, right.
For computers a lot. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. There'll still be the good salespeople there.
Right.
The people that can close.
Yeah.
Those
The
guys
managers,
yeah,
basically.
Yeah, the managers. The managers will still be there because the computers will become the employees.
Okay.
And the cool thing about the computers is you can train them and tell them the exact thing to do. They work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They never call in sick, and everything you tell them to do, they will do.
Okay.
And so that's the opportunity to get rid of a lot of the salespeople that are just doing it just because they want to have a job, not doing it because they want to make a career out of it.
Right. And so I guess, yeah, back to kind of the jobs that it's creating. And so for people going into college
Yep.
that are interested in computers and coding
Yep.
and just creating, I mean, this is kind of right down their alley, huh?
You know, technology is the future.
Right.
If you're going to school to go work at McDonald's, you're probably going down the wrong path because McDonald's is already trying to automate their process.
Yeah.
You know, the drive-ins, that's getting automated. Some restaurants have the kiosk when you walk in, you order right there. So if you're going to go to college or something, focus on technology.
Focus on tech.
Focus on the future. And if you can do that, you're going to be ahead of the game.
Right.
In my opinion. I taught myself how to write code. So
Cool.
that's one thing where I didn't go to college for that. So you don't have to go to college. You can actually go to code school. I think it's like codeschool.com.
Yeah.
And they actually will teach you how to write code, and you can learn right at home and save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars.
Did you see they're starting to do that with like elementary age kids already?
My son,
Your son is doing it?
For Christmas. I got him a robot toy.
Oh, no.
It's a game, so he has to learn how to code playing that game.
Yes.
And that actually allows him to make that robot do things. And my son's only 5.
Yeah. I mean,
so-
I have a 7-year-old brother, and which is huge gap.
Yeah. Massive gap.
There's a big gap there, but he's awesome. And I'm just playing Minecraft.
Oh yes.
Even he's building like castles
Yep.
and dragons, and like I had Lincoln Logs. So I mean, it's just totally different.
Yep,
like
it is. It
you know,
really-
when
it's a
I
lot
was
different.
a lot of people were told when I graduated, and wasn't that long ago, like go to a 2-year school, like
Yep.
get your tech, whatever. And now it's just shifted to
Yep.
where like I'm actually in a good like degree, and I was told when I was graduating, like don't go to tech, don't go into marketing,
Yeah.
because like there's no jobs, and now
Oh,
it's
no.
just like poof,
It's
blowing
the future,
up,
man.
right?
I mean, it's if you can if you own an advertising or a marketing company that's on the right technology path,
Right.
you literally have the world in the palm of your hand. Think of it as Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, they literally have the most powerful, one of the most powerful platforms in the world.
What is it, like 82% of people
You know,
or
it's
something like that?
it's freaking insane.
How many billions of people are on Facebook?
billions of people on
And I don't
Facebook?
even think
And
that many-
Facebook is free.
Yeah.
Facebook is free, dude. I mean, it's one of those things where it's really insane how a platform like that can create so much money. So that's one of the we're trying to create a platform like that, but in
Like
real
Facebook.
time. You know, yeah, but it's not so much of a social platform.
Okay.
Ours is just being able to connect businesses with other businesses and then connect them with actual customers. And
Okay.
So to think of it as there's this thing that's called IoT, the Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. Basically, you can connect one internet and we connect one device to another device and so on down the road. I am literally trying to create what I branded and call the COT.
Okay.
And it's a community of things.
Okay.
I literally want to come in and bring my technology into a community. And like I said, I can connect one business to the next business. So I can connect the cab company with the bar. So all of a sudden, come midnight or 1 o'clock at night, all of a sudden every display in the bar turns to a certain cab company.
Right.
So it starts to focus on safe driving home. You know, some people start to think about that. So those are the types of things where I can create those type of connections. Or if you own Jay Presents, they throw a lot of band, different things like that. So can I, all of a sudden they have a new band coming to town, instead of going on the radio and talking about it, can I push it to all my displays throughout the entire city, and people are seeing actual videos of that band, and they get really hyped up, and they can literally press the button on that screen and order a ticket right then and there.
Right.
Yeah, so kind of an impulse buy situation.
So is this like, so is Apple Pay and things like that, do you rely heavily on that?
Not at all.
Not at all.
You know, not at all. so many people have not adopted that platform
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't.
Yeah, I mean, neither. You
At
know what
all.
I'm saying? To me, it thinks it'd be simple, but if I put all my credit cards on my phone and I
Scares
lose
the
my
shit out of
phone,
me.
it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it
dude.
scares the shit out of me,
right,
too.
I mean, right now I have photos and videos on my phone of my kids. If I was losing, I'd probably die.
Yeah.
So if I had all my information in there too, and someone got me,
Well, and everything gets
you know,
backed up on the cloud, and now
Yes.
all your life is on the cloud, and that's
it's scary at the same time. It's the future.
Right.
But to be honest with you, I'd rather have a chip in my hand.
Yeah.
Or I just wave it over the device and it pays for it, because you'd have to cut my hand off to take that credit card from me.
That'd be
what I mean?
crazy.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Minority Report. You watch the movie Minority Report. Watch it, and you're gonna see the future. You literally, it will blow your mind of how everything is coming. How they're talking about VR and stuff like that. Well, eventually, instead of wearing glasses, you're gonna have contacts. And I'll be able to look at you right now. I'll be able to tell your first name, your last name, probably be able to see your social media accounts, different information about you. So it is the future. And it's funny because that movie came out, I don't know how long ago.
so. This is kind of like and this is, I literally just watched this 7-minute video, and I'm glad we're talking about this because I'm
Okay.
gonna sound way smarter than I am. So Estonia is doing this crazy thing
Okay.
where their whole life is on this like your debit card has the
Yep.
chip in it.
Yep.
It's got that.
Yep.
So you have this card on you. Have you heard about this?
There's another company out there right now where they do is they give you one credit card, and you actually scan all your credit cards to this
Yeah.
one credit card. And then you go to the grocery store, you can actually, it has a chip in it. You actually pick the card you want to use and swipe it.
Yeah,
And that's
I've
the
seen
card
that.
gets
I've seen
swiped.
that.
So pretty much the same platform.
So yeah, no, but this one even has your health records.
Oh,
So
really?
you bring it into the hospital.
Nice.
You can do online voting. You pay for your taxes
Yes.
online with this. It takes about 8 minutes for them
Yeah.
to pay their taxes.
Hold on, that can't be real, because that
Yeah.
would, I mean, that would.
It takes like 13 hours, like on average, for people around here.
You got to be kidding me.
Yes.
No, but so this is real? You're trying to tell me?
Yeah,
right
it's
now?
in Estonia right now.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's on Beam News.
Okay.
And shout out to Casey Neistat because he is like my idol.
Okay.
So
I'll have to watch
I
it.
plug
man.
Casey Neistat as much as I can in
Nice,
this.
nice. I like. Hey, you got to give back, man.
Yeah,
You got to give back.
yeah.
I the thing is, in the U.S., I mean, it would be it's like it would take forever, because we're working on a technology where we want to focus on facial recognition.
Yeah.
So instead of going to a bar and giving your ID, the camera just scans your face,
Right.
and then all of a sudden they know it's you.
Yep.
And so, but to do something like that, you'd have to the whole ID thing, and the government saying that that's okay to scan your face and naming you as a person. The government would have to okay all of that, because they make bars take your ID to verify who you are.
Right.
But I mean, you realize that people make fake IDs every day. You'd have to clone your face
Yeah.
to literally get past our security system. And so it blows my mind how that's not going on right now. To me, that's something that should be going on right now, because we can also use it on a platform of, like, say that you're not supposed to be in a location.
Yep.
You got a warrant out for your arrest. You're not supposed to be around kids.
Yeah.
There's a camera at the park, and camera notices you're there. That camera would then know who you are.
Notify the
verify
police. Yeah.
And so, 'cause, I mean, can we? And I know it's kind of scary because people have cameras everywhere and things like that. But I'd rather have them protecting me.
Yeah.
Than have people doing the bad things they do nowadays.
I love cameras.
Yeah, cameras don't bother me at all.
I'm okay. I don't even have my like thing covered up.
Hey, I'm not doing
I'm
anything wrong.
yeah,
you
I'm
know what I
like,
mean?
you can look at me, stare blankly at this for 8 hours a day, and I promise you, all I've done is made like 12 ads.
Yeah, nice,
So like
nice.
that, and edited like maybe a video and watched too much YouTube.
Yeah, I'm okay with cameras. If you're not doing anything wrong, I don't think you should be afraid.
No,
I don't think you should be afraid at all. So.
and it just helps everybody. I mean, in the long run, right?
If you're doing right, it's gonna help you, and if you're
you're
doing
doing
wrong, it
wrong.
ain't gonna help you.
But
what I mean?
I
Get
guess
you
so.
locked up pretty fast. I think they're doing it over in China somewhere where they're doing a lot of facial recognition.
Okay.
They're doing a lot of camera stuff, so they can literally, because there's cameras everywhere, security
Yeah.
cameras, and people can tap into them, and you can drop software on them and different things like that, to where you literally be able to find a person within 30 minutes throughout the town if you search
Really?
if you search through all the
In
cameras.
China?
No, in Fargo you probably could. I don't know
True.
if you look on the Fargo downtown, they have cameras.
They do.
Yeah, they have cameras downtown Fargo. You literally go watch the cameras, and you can see most of the time see all the drunk idiots down there doing crazy things. But literally, if you were to do facial recognition on those cameras,
Yeah.
just in those cameras alone, I can identify anybody that would come downtown. We're not doing any of that stuff right now, but I'm
Right.
saying in the future that could be a
It's
possibility.
possible.
Yeah, I mean, any security camera in any building can use a certain software to track people.
Yeah.
And if they all were tied together, like the Internet of Things, the IoT, if that was all tied together, you literally could track a person within 30 minutes and say that they were downtown in 1 second, and now they're way across town in another second.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting the way what the future brings. So.
That is. So, kind of going into some questions for you now.
Go for it.
We were just chatting about random stuff.
Random.
It's not though.
No.
It's really relevant.
Yeah,
and like people aren't gonna realize how relevant this is until like their whole lives are on a card.
Go watch Minority Report. If you're listening to this, you haven't watched Minority Report, go watch the movie Minority Report, and when you're done, you're gonna come back and say, "Ah, they were right. They were right."
So, with startups and like people my age and younger that want to start a company,
Yep.
what are the top 3 things they have to know are going to happen to them?
God, that's a tough one.
It is.
That's a tough one. You're gonna fail.
Yeah.
At some point, you're gonna overdo or underdo, and you're gonna fail. But if you're a true entrepreneur, you're gonna get back up. Finding someone to believe in your idea, someone to buy your idea, to believe that your concept can be something big.
Right.
That's gonna happen. God, what is the one thing?
Did you ever have people not so happy with how much time you were putting into it? Right? I'm talking because
Okay.
like my
That's a
fiance,
big one, yep.
my fiance,
Yep.
when I was starting this, Let's Watch, and it was literally just Ahmed and I, like always doing everything.
Yep.
I would come home at like 2
Yep.
every night.
Yep.
And she was like, "Can you ever like see me?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Wow.
I can, I promise." But
Yep.
then like I have my other job because this one's not making me money yet, so I'm working on the weekends too.
Yep.
So was that ever? I think that's
I was gonna say
big
that's
thing.
The fact that you bring that up is huge.
Yeah.
That hits home for not just young entrepreneurs, but any entrepreneur along the space. I've met so many guys where some of them lose their families.
yeah,
Because they have this dream and they're going to make it happen, and the person that's supporting you is going to support you, or they're going to walk away.
Right.
But then at the end of the day, that's how you know you have someone.
Right.
If they can support you when you have nothing and believe when you believe, then at the end of the day, that's someone you want to marry and be with for the rest of your life. So
Right.
to be honest with you, you will. The one number 3 would be you will have people in your life that you will have to weed out.
right.
How about that?
I see
you
that.
will have to weed people out to build your dream. And
Well-
if you can do that, you can succeed.
And that's the thing, like, I think people don't understand that, like, sometimes your dreams
Yep.
need to be bigger than your mini, subatomic, weird, tiny relationships you've made.
Yep, agreed.
Like, it's just, you got to shake people off. And
You really do. Don't take anything. Don't take anything to heart.
Right.
People are not gonna like your idea. They're gonna tell you it's stupid. You can't do it. You may be with a girlfriend and you may be engaged to her. I'm not saying it's gonna happen to you, but you guys may not make it because she may fall
Right,
out. She may
right.
just decide that you don't put enough time into her.
Right.
When she needs to understand that you're putting as much time as you can to everything that you can. And at the end of the day, you're trying to get somewhere. And if she can just ride the ride with you,
yeah.
you're gonna make sure at the end everyone's all good.
And I
she's gonna
think-
ride the ride with you.
And I think another thing about starting a company, and luckily I didn't do this because I had good support, but for some people it might be a good idea. Maybe sometimes you do need a week break. And because if you're going to school and you have relationships
Yep.
and you're trying to start a company,
Yep.
if you haven't done much yet,
Yep.
just take a break from everything and just, self-reflect.
I've gotten to the point now where I sleep 4 hours a day.
That's not a bad number though.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, I get a lot more done.
Yeah.
I get a lot more done. That sleep, that whole laying down in bed sleep thing, to me does not
Makes
does not-
sense.
It doesn't make sense to me anymore. I'm literally all about how can I impact the world,
Right.
and I can't impact the world when I'm asleep. So it's one of those things where I do say that I do need to learn how to take a break off.
Yeah.
I'm just such in drive mode. I don't know what that break off would be. For Christmas, I literally spent my time in my house researching
Right.
about my business and how I was going to make my business better. And then when I went to spend Christmas Day with my family, I literally was talking about my business.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go down, like trying to bring it back, but it's like my mind couldn't stop, and to the point where I literally was like, okay, guys, I got to go. I got to get back home. I got to get back to work.
Yeah. Well, even within marketing and advertising and
Yep.
really within that field, like you see a product
Yep.
and you're like, yeah, I can make that better. And then you're like in this you go into the sunken place.
Yep.
That's what I call it.
Yep.
The sunken place where like you're not with anybody
Yep.
but yourself, but it's like the best,
The
most
zone.
creative time ever.
Oh, you're in the zone.
You're in
man.
just the zone. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I've been in the zone in like Red Lobster before, and it's just
Yes.
awkward.
I go into the zone quite a bit. If I hear if I hear an idea or a concept,
Yeah.
I literally can shut the entire world off.
Right.
And just be focused on how can I make that concept better. So I know exactly where you've been. I think they call us entrepreneurs. I think they have a name for us.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, I think so.
But the thing about that name is it leaves such a bad taste in people's mouths for
does.
some reason.
It
And
does.
and I don't know why. And have you ever pinpointed that? Because I want to talk about this to more than just you, but like people don't like that word.
Yeah. I think it's because the world has been built around you go to middle school, you go
Yeah.
to high school, you get to college, you get a job.
And then you work for the man.
And then you work for the man. An entrepreneur wakes up one morning and says, I have a dream.
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow my dream, and whatever path that takes me down, that's the path I'm going to go down, and I'm going to build something from nothing.
Yeah.
And so when some people hear that, they say, oh, you don't have a job. No, I have a job. I'm just not making any money.
Right.
But I do have a job. My job is to build my company. And
Right.
one day my company will make money. So I think the word leaves a bad taste in people's mouth because it's not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The world, society was built on, like I said, you go to high school, you go to college, you get a job, you work for the man. You have to realize that the man started off as an entrepreneur.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
understand?
totally.
So the man started off as an entrepreneur. He had an idea.
Well,
He built a company out of it.
And it makes sense why entrepreneurs, some,
Yep.
the biggest ones, and the ones that are everybody's bosses, don't want other entrepreneurs.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why it's a bad taste, because you're taught to not really stick your tail out.
Yep.
It's like being a turtle.
Yeah.
You need to know when to pull your head in, stick
Yep.
your tail out, right?
Exactly. My son does this cool thing with he'll put one of my shirts on, and we call it turtling, where he takes the shirt and he puts his entire body inside and he pokes his head inside.
Yeah.
And it's called turtling.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people want you to do. They want you to turtle.
Yeah.
Stick your head out when you're supposed to, and put it back in when you're not.
Exactly.
I teach my kids every day that if you have a dream, go after it.
Well, and honestly, when you stick your head out, you
Yep.
see everything better.
Oh, it's clear.
Believe it or
It's
not.
clear, man. It's clear.
So
it's a lot clearer, man. You really understand. You really can gauge a person when you stick your head out. You
Yeah.
can gauge business. You can gauge your ideas. To me, like you said, it's a lot clearer when you stick your head out or stick your neck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
just go for it.
Yeah. I mean, we should create a shirt around that. Stick your neck out. You can see a lot clearer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like that.
I agree.
I like that.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Go on to our
Cover shirts of Fargo.
yeah.
Check it out.
going on to our store.
Yeah.
So, I guess this is a crazy one because a lot of people don't really think of this. When you start your own business, you have to promote and advertise yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But all they're thinking about is, if you're starting a marketing business, how to help somebody else.
Yep.
How do you promote yourself in the best way possible? And how did you do it?
I'm honest.
Yeah.
I don't want
Transparency?
Yes. I don't want anyone to buy my product if it's not going to benefit you.
Okay.
I'm not going to sell to you just because I want to make money.
Yeah.
If my product does not benefit your business, then don't buy it.
Right.
I won't call you 50 times. I'm not going to email you 90,000 times.
Yeah.
I tell my sales guys, hey, you go talk to someone. They say they're not interested. You leave them alone.
Okay.
Once the product starts to do what it's going to do, they will do one or two things. They'll come back or still not be interested.
Well-
but if they're not interested, it's not your customer.
It's like if somebody throws right-handed and they buy a left-handed baseball glove.
Makes no sense,
It's
right?
not going to work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So yeah, I'd say if you're trying to create that marketing and advertising company, just brand yourself.
Yeah.
You know, come off with true transparency of how you're creative. This is what you do. This is your passion in life. And if you walk into me and you want to advertise and market my company, you're truly passionate about it.
Right.
Then I'm going to want to hire you because you're passionate about what you're going to do. So you're only going to make me look better.
Right.
You know, so I would say just be passionate about it.
And let's kind of
Transparency.
segue into another thing because, okay, so I got my company.
Okay.
It's doing pretty good with the few people I have with me.
Yep.
They kind of started it with me, though. I gel well with them. When do I know?
Yep.
And how do I know to add more employees?
That's
That's
a tough one right there. Because,
that's a hard question. And like we were just talking earlier,
Yep.
kind of our model.
Yep.
We we kind of just do it
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's not really going to hurt us.
Nope, not at all.
You know, but I don't know if your business model is the same.
It
It
is
might
not, but
hurt
I'm
you a
going-
little different, huh?
It's not, but okay. In the tech space, from coders, it hurts us because if you write one wrong line of code, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But in the marketing space and being creative, I mean, that's like open field there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as a person can come in and be creative, they can be creative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in our space, it's not so easy for us. But I would say that I love your guys' space because if you give someone an opportunity to come in and prove their creativeness,
They're
and
with
then,
us.
and then give them that job,
Yeah.
they worked for it, man. I mean, they deserve it. And so the day they actually start getting that paycheck, one, they'll respect it more.
Yep.
Because they put that grind, that hustle time in, and now they're impacting with their work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I'd say it's tough. When is it time to know that you should bring someone else in? I'd say bring as many people as you can, as fast as you can,
Yeah.
and see who all gels and vibes together. And the people that don't, get rid of them. The people that do, build.
Well, like, I mean, I think this was kind of a tough thing for Ahmed and I because we had people and they left and
Yep.
we've done all this stuff. And then we get this guy, Noah.
Yeah,
And he was just talking to you today. Isn't he impressive?
I'd say so.
Like,
Um,
his
say
brain
so.
is moving
Yep.
at 3.7 billion miles an hour,
Yep.
but it's all in the same direction.
Yep.
And these are the people that I think once you get them and you just
You wanna gel
hold
with
on
them.
to them and you
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you just want to, you gel well with them. And those are, I mean, all of our guys are kind of that way.
I like them all.
And
I definitely like them all.
Did you meet Cole yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy cool dude. He's my roommate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, I think all you guys have this really cool new vibe, and if you can continue to bring that same vibe in, it sounds like most guys are bringing in their friends.
Yeah.
And so if you vibe with the one guy and he vibes with his friends and you vibe with his friends, you know, the opportunity is endless. But again, I mean, don't be afraid to try some stuff.
Yeah.
You know? People may stay with you forever, they may not.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to bring them in and see how they gel. And if they gel good, keep them around. But also don't be afraid to fire people.
And it literally just goes back to just shaking off the people that aren't
Yeah.
helping you out
Yeah.
in the long run. You know, You
Exactly.
gotta-
If they're not gonna, if this is the way I do. If people don't make me feel good about myself and what I do,
yeah.
I just get rid of them.
Yeah.
I don't need that negativity in my life. You know what I mean? So I mean, I would say if you guys are gonna bring people on, focus on people that are positive and creative and want the same thing you want.
Right.
Vet them from day one. Sit them down, ask them a ton of questions. Don't be afraid to ask a ton of questions.
Right.
Put them through a bunch of interviews with everyone, so everyone get private time with them. Don't just do one big interview. Or I'm the boss. I'm gonna give an interview.
Right.
Literally have everyone take 30 minutes, whether it be for lunch or for a beer or whatever it may be. Hang out with these guys and see if they all vibe. And then you go sit down as a company and say, I like them, I like them, I like them. 5 say I don't like them, you don't bring them on.
Yeah. It's not possible then.
Yeah, don't bring them on. And make sure the team loves who you're bringing in.
Yeah.
And that team will continue to gel, man.
Yeah.
It will continue to gel. So,
So you talked about, I guess you said being a boss, and that's a hard thing for
is.
some people to start being a boss.
especially
So
nowadays, though.
yeah, especially nowadays. And I'll let you kind of explain that, I guess, what you're gonna say. But what is your leadership style?
I don't know if I figured it out yet.
You haven't figured it
I
out.
don't know if I figured it out yet because I'm very much so the guy that's like, we need to get things done. Let's get
Yeah.
it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. But if you push people too far nowadays, they break.
Yeah.
They literally break. Like, this guy's yelling at me. No, I'm not yelling at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you what goals we need to reach and we need to get there.
Right.
And I've had to change my tone because if I sit there and I'm too friendly with you, you kind of walk all over
You
me.
don't do much.
Yeah, you don't do much.
Yeah.
So I have to stay on top of you. And so I just make sure that everyone knows that works with me. Dude, this is business.
Yeah.
If we're out for a beer, we're going to hang, we're going to have a good time. That's where we're going to be at. But when we come here, when we walk in these doors, it's all about growing the company.
Right.
And we can't grow the company if you're not doing your job or I'm not doing my job. So I literally would say I've not figured out my style yet because I've had some people on with me. I've let some people go.
Yeah.
Some people within hours to the
Yeah.
point where they came in, they promised me the world of I'm going to go sell this, I'm going to be this person. And within the first 30 minutes, they're saying, how do I turn the computer on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is a tech company, man. Like, you don't know. Okay. And I just said, you're not going to work out. And so but then I come off like an asshole at that point.
Yeah.
Because I didn't give him a chance. Well, I gave him a chance. He just didn't show me fast enough.
Well, and
You
the
know?
thing is, too, back to being an entrepreneur,
Yep.
if they aren't competent,
Yep.
or if they don't work as fast as you want to work,
Yep.
basically your family's not getting fed.
They're gonna slow you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Starve, you know? You'll be
I
all
mean,
sharing the same apartment. And it's gonna be bad. You know?
Yeah, it's just it's not going to work out.
It's not.
So I guess your leadership style is everybody needs to be moving in the same direction.
Exactly.
Right. It's kind of like a flock of geese.
Yes.
You have to be in formation,
Yep.
moving in the same direction.
You know, it's like I said, I'm still learning. I've had several different businesses, but in this space right here, it's easy for someone to go get another coder job, especially in North Dakota. I mean, if you write code, there's people looking for people every day of the week. And so I have to be very careful of what I say to our devs, because they literally could be like, screw this, I'm going next door. And so I kind of walk on eggshells. But then when it gets to be to the point where it's like, dude, we're getting behind schedule, you guys need to step it up.
Yeah.
I try to do that with a sense of a smile on my face.
Yeah.
At the same time, while still trying to be aggressive.
Right.
But then I also try to reward them too. Like,
Okay.
hey guys, if we reach this goal, we're gonna do this right here. You know, it's lunch on us on Friday.
Cool.
You know, something to motivate them to get to the end where we want to be at.
Right.
And not drag their feet. I'm all for working at home. Like, it's supposed to be a visit tomorrow, and I think one of our guys, I was like, hey, if you need to work from home tomorrow, knock yourself out.
Right.
Well, that makes him feel comfortable. That makes him think, because he rides the bus back and forth to work. And so I'm like, dude, don't go sit at that bus stop.
That's a grind.
Yeah, that's a grind, baby. So I said, don't sit at the bus stop. I said, call me if you want to come in. I'll come pick you up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be there as a friend for him also too. But I'm like, dude, if you can work from home, we'll just slack each other, and we'll just keep the communication going, so I know where you're at,
Right.
and you know where I'm at, and we can still work together.
Yeah. So you treat them like they're people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
the biggest thing. I mean, with any job, really,
Agreed.
is
Yeah.
you just gotta treat your employees like they're people.
Like you want to be treated.
Like you want to be treated.
Yep.
But the thing is when I have a very unproductive day,
Yep.
I get pretty not happy with myself.
Oh, God.
Like I don't know. Have you ever seen Harry Potter?
Yep.
You know when Dobby like beats himself up with the lamp because he messes with Harry Potter?
Dobby's so stupid.
Yeah, like literally, I feel like that though when I'm unproductive. I'm like, Nick, what are you doing?
Yep.
Like,
oh God, I have those days all the time.
and so reflecting that to your employees, it's not a bad thing. It's just showing you have,
You're human.
yeah, you're human, and it's just, I don't know, treating people like human, I think is
Yeah.
just the biggest thing.
Everyone's gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's all about the effort someone puts in. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you see the guy busting his butt 4 days a week, and on that fifth day he's sick or something's going wrong with him, don't be an a-hole.
Yeah.
You know, reach in and be like, hey, what's going on with you, man? Take him in the office and pull him aside and ask what's going on. He could have personal issues.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if you can get involved with them and understand what's bothering him or what's slowing him down, you can help him get back on the road faster.
Right.
You know, so that'd be my recommendation is, like I said, treat them like humans.
And then even just not being a boss but for people that are interested in working in coding and media and all that, like it's a very fast-paced world.
It is.
And the thing is like you have to keep up.
Yep.
Because deadlines are deadlines. There is no teacher telling you, and I learned this like the hard way actually. There's no teacher telling you, yeah, you can turn it in late.
Yep.
Right? Like I'm still in college, so I turn some things in late. But when it comes to turning my ad in, there
Yeah.
is no turning it in late, or
No,
else
you might not
there's-
get paid.
You might not get paid. There's a fee. There's this. There's
Yep.
that. You look like a schmuck.
Yep.
Like it's just so you got to get your stuff done.
It's the real world.
It is.
You know, not saying that college isn't the real world, but if a teacher keeps giving you opportunities to make up that paper,
Yeah.
she's not really giving you a deadline.
She's not giving you any
You know what I'm saying?
opportunities.
But I mean, you go out there, like you said, if you're creating a video for my company, I expect it to be done on the 15th because I'm going to launch it on the 16th.
That's when it
And
needs
you
to be
call
done.
me on the 15th and it ain't done?
Yeah.
Man, I'm the most upset guy in the world. So the deadline's the deadline. So yeah, I get
For
that
sure.
one.
So early on with businesses, what are like some first struggles? So we've kind of talked about, building a team.
Yep.
We've talked about internal, what happens to an entrepreneur, a boss himself, how to lead as a boss. Now, as a team, as a group, what are your early struggles?
Our early struggles is trying to figure out who our customers are.
Yeah.
Everyone says, I have this product. These are all my customers. Nah, man, when you dive into it and you literally have to figure out who those real customers are, who's going to buy your product.
Right.
Not everyone's not on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can't say Facebook's for everyone. You can't say it because they're not just, everyone's not on Snapchat. It's not just for everyone.
Right.
So you literally have to find out who your target market is that's one of the things that's one of the big things we're focused on right now is who is that target market? Because we can do so much with the technology we have, but let's figure out who our target market is first,
For sure.
prove the concept with them, and then start to grow without.
And maybe explain it a little more what a target market is, because you're speaking marketing.
A target market is the market that fits what you're trying to sell. So if you're
Right.
trying to sell
The
dog
group of
collar-
people.
yes. If you're trying to sell dog collars,
Yeah.
or a certain type of a dog collar, there's a certain group of people that are going to
Mm-hmm.
buy that certain type of a dog collar. That would be your target market.
It's not going to be cat owners.
It's not going to be, So, that you have to literally figure out who that group of people are to sell to.
Right.
And if you can do that, you can grow your business.
And the thing about it, I would say with target markets, is not everybody's your target market.
Not
So like when you start a company and you're like, let's say somebody wants to start an outdoor company.
Yep.
And their favorite thing ever to do is golf.
Yep.
I want everybody ever to have golf clubs.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't golf.
Nope, I don't
So
golf either.
I'm not your target market, even though you think I might be. You're wasting your money trying to put Titleist in my hands.
I see this on social media every day.
Yeah.
On apps every day.
Yeah.
These companies spend so much money,
Flooding.
so much money just trying to flood the market, trying to find out who their target market is. And that's why the company that I've built now, it's so focused on finding that person and getting in front of them.
Yeah.
Think of it this way: you could take this is what people do nowadays. They take $20, they throw it on a fish hook, and they throw it into the sea. Mm-hmm. To see who's going to grab onto it.
Right.
No one grabs onto it. They take $40 and they throw it into the sea. See who's going to grab onto it. That doesn't work. They throw $60 onto it and see who's going to grab it. We don't want that. I want to be able to tell you that this customer is your customer because of these reasons, and if you target them, it's going to turn into this much ROI.
Yeah.
That's what our company is literally focusing on right now. Is not trying to be that loud, noisy company that pushes anywhere and everywhere. We only want to push where it's relevant.
Well, I mean, it's even goes along with, we work with a company. They do it's a big children's park.
Okay.
And I target so specifically that it's almost creepy. But that's just.
I was going to say something when you said we focus on children's parks, but go ahead.
Yeah. it's but like I know that like my sister is a target market for
Yep.
our toddler time program.
Yep.
She has 3 sons,
Yep.
all under the age of 3.
Yep.
And so she is getting my ads.
Nice.
I'm sorry,
Yep.
but that's who is.
Yep.
And you
But
know,
that's- but that's
but
not your
grandpa's
target
not.
market. Yes.
But grandpa's not. So that's what a target market is.
Yep.
And you have to really think about it
Yep.
because not everybody's your target market. You're lighting money on fire,
Pretty
basically.
much. You're lighting money on fire. You're throwing it into the ocean, whatever you want to call it. If you spend more time on figuring out who your target market is, you can
Right.
save money.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do within Connect Labs. If we can help a business, if I can tell you that if you want to put an ad in front of a male in the age range of 25 to 31, I will put your ad in front of that male at the right time. For the simple fact is that's how you target a person.
At the right place, too.
At the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
A matter of fact, I did this. Like I said, I sleep 4 hours a night.
Yeah.
And so I make a lot of notes. And one of the notes that I made last night, as I was trying to figure out what I was doing, is the right ad to the right person at the right time.
Right.
Because to me, if you do something like that, it creates brand safety.
Right.
If I'm only putting your ad in front of the right person at the right time, I'm protecting your brand. If you are a golfing company and I'm sitting up to the guy who plays basketball 5 times a week and has never golfed,
Right.
I'm wasting your money.
Well, and it goes to like we have harsh winters up here in the tundra.
Yep, the
No, nobody is marketing golf right now.
Yep.
To us, it's even flighting.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you do have to flight and decide. I guess that's another term that not a lot of people are gonna know, right?
Yep.
So
You might
that's
want to explain that one to them.
yeah. So flighting is just deciding when you're gonna run your ads and why.
Yep.
Basically.
Don't run them all year round if you're a summer business.
If you're a summer business, you're a resort. You're not gonna run your ads. You might do it just at the beginning of spring,
Yep.
and then tail off for the end of the fishing whatever season or whatever. But sometimes you do need to flight, and your target market might actually also shift.
You know?
And that's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if it does with what you're working on, does it?
You know, it does and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because we're all about helping a business understand who that customer is.
Right.
And so we focus on figuring out, even if you are a summer business, if this is your customer, we're focusing on working with AI. And so our AI will know when we take a flight, so to say.
Yeah. Yep.
But then it'll also know when it's time to kick back in.
Right.
And so it just does it. It does it on its own.
Okay.
And so instead of us having to worry about pushing these ads in 24/7 all year round or whatever, it'll say, okay, let's push these ads until then, and then when we take our flight, so to say, and that season comes back in, we start focusing on those same exact customers that we took that flight on.
Right.
And so if we can do that, can we bring that customer back in? So we think of the 80-20 rule.
Yep.
Focus on the 20 and save the money and not waste it on the 80.
Right.
So we focus on the 20% within our business because that word of mouth is going to grow your business, one.
As well.
Two, and when we do take a flight, they understand and they're actually appreciative that we're
Yeah.
not bombarding them all winter long with come golf with us.
Yeah.
Today. I can't golf, man. It's freaking 90 below outside.
Let's
what I
drill
mean?
like half holes in the lake and go
you
golf
know,
out there.
There is golfing simulators though, but that's just not the same. So it's not the same. But yeah, I would say that definitely focus on when you send your message out.
Yeah.
And don't waste the time on trying to send it out all the time because you could be annoying people too.
Right.
Different things like that. So
Things are very timely.
They
right?
are.
So, and that even goes back to traditional media.
Yep.
You have drive times in radio, and there's a reason why certain times are more expensive.
Yep.
Because that's when people are listening.
Yep. Riding home from 5 o'clock work hour.
Why is the Sunday paper more expensive?
You know, people sitting at home on Sundays, man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know why people read the paper anymore. I mean, go online and get the news.
Go online and get it.
And as far as radio goes, radio drives me nuts. I was listening to radio the other day and I heard 3 commercials, one right after the other one. The first one was Saturday, so I'm driving, of course, because you're riding around town.
Yep,
so
yep.
it's peak time hours. But the way they put it all out there was the first commercial was, "Hey, come Disney on Ice is gonna be at the Fargo Dome."
Yep.
That's awesome, man. The second one was, "Come by Fantasy Sexy Shop," and I'm like, "Hold on, did you just run a kids ad and then run a sexy ad?" I said, to me, it's
a little creepy.
Yeah, well, it was creepy, but it's just so random.
Yeah.
That proves to you that they don't have they're just running ads whenever just to see what sticks.
Right.
They can't really come back and say this is your ad, this is the amount of money you're going to get back from it. They're just saying, hey, give us as much money as possible. We want as many ads as possible, and something's going to work.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about businesses nowadays, they've been doing things for so long. They've been doing things in the newspaper and on the radio. They've been doing it for so long, it's what works. And so what do people say? Don't fix what ain't broken. But the problem is as that business starts to grow or wants to grow, they need to figure out who their real target market is so they can save money and actually use that money to grow.
Right.
And so that's one thing that I think marketing and advertising, I think it will take a pivot here soon as all this new technology starts to come out with the facial recognition and being able to pinpoint when a person is and push the ad in at the right time.
Right.
If you can do that, you're saving me money.
Yeah.
If you tell me it cost me 5 cents to target someone and that they actually respond to that ad and I can track that and they spend $40
react
on my
to it.
location, I just gave them a real ROI on that 5 cents.
Yeah.
And so you got to try to tell me 5 cents made me, they spent $40, so maybe
$39.95.
$39.95
Yeah.
off of 5 cents. That's a come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a come up where,
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
And people don't go places alone.
no, you know what?
Not
I got to bring
generally.
a friend.
Yep.
I'm going to go
You
out and
have
have
to
a
bring a
beer.
friend.
I'm going to text a buddy. I'm going to the bar. You want to come with me?
Yep.
You know what I mean? I just got a 2-for-1. I'll buy the first round. You buy the second.
second.
Yes. I mean, it's
That's how it works.
It's definitely targeting people at the right time and at the right place.
For sure.
So,
And then I haven't really ever touched this either, but we've kind of talked about it already. So transparency is
Yep.
kind of how you like to run your company, and
Yes.
I hope that's how everybody likes to run their company
I would-
because
I would
you have
hope
to be
so.
truthful, but
Yep.
not everybody is.
it's tough nowadays.
Yeah. So how does PR and marketing go together?
It's to me, it's the same thing.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm truly transparent, and when I'm marketing my company or I'm trying to get PR for my company,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling the same exact story.
Right.
What you guys are doing here is awesome. We do a video blog. It's called The Startup Journey.
Oh, cool.
And so when I'm out there promoting that, I'm actually talking to people, and that's kind of PR for my company.
Is that on YouTube?
It's going to be on YouTube. We actually dropped this month.
This month.
this
You
month.
need to shamelessly plug this.
No,
real quick.
dude.
Plug it.
Okay, I'm gonna plug it. The startup journey. It's basically where I go around and I ask entrepreneurs who've had an idea and they've actually turned it into a company. I ask them what has been their grind, what has been their hustle, and now what impact they're trying to make with their company.
Cool.
And we're going to be releasing that towards the end of January. We're waiting right now. We're partnering with the Shirts of Fargo guys. We actually created a shirt.
Yeah.
And the shirt says grind, hustle, impact, repeat, the definition of an entrepreneur.
That's so cool.
Because literally within a company, you want to make sure that you got people that have been grinding, people that have been hustling, but at the end of the day, you want to make an impact because money is so important, but it's not the end all. Making an impact to me would be the end all. But to me, that's the definition of a true entrepreneur. But that'll drop out, but we're waiting on them to get the website up to put our shirt line on and things like that. And once we get that up, we will give a release date. So I'll have to come back and give you guys that release date.
You got to watch this video.
What's this video about?
This is another shameless plug for Casey Neistat.
Okay.
Yes.
I like
You
it.
like that?
I like it. I like it. All right. I wish I had my laptop and I could actually show you our startup.
Okay.
Our startup intro. It kicks butt.
So if you
really
guys
kicks
want to
butt.
watch that video that we just watched, go on to Casey Neistat's YouTube page and type in "life explained in 27 seconds." And if you don't live your life that way, you're probably living it wrong.
I'm gonna be honest with that video was pretty cool.
It is cool. It's like
That was pretty
it's like
cool.
the best 27 seconds of your life.
It was actually only 27 seconds. I was like, ah, that's pretty goddamn cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, I liked it. Let me see. There's a ton of freaking startup journeys out there. I wish I could show my intro, but I can't find it. Let's
You
move
can't find it
forward.
yet?
I'll look at the same time while we're still talking. I'll multitask.
So we're pretty much wrapped up, actually.
Are we really?
I have mostly all the content that I think Austin wants to edit, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to edit this. why would I ever do that?
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now. In my videos, I don't add nothing.
No.
I walk in. If I make a mistake, I keep it in there.
Yeah.
But ours are only like 30 minutes long. How long have we been in it for?
I don't even, it's 9:45.
What time did we start?
Probably around like 8:40.
So about an hour.
About an hour. That's
Okay.
that's a pretty good time for a podcast.
I mean, to
think-
be honest with you, this was a good podcast, though. I think you asked some pretty cool questions.
Thanks.
I hope I answered them properly.
I think you did.
Again, I'm only one individual, so I only have my say in this situation.
That's the best part sometimes.
It is, in my opinion, because it's my opinion, right?
Everybody has one.
Everybody has one. God, I wish I could show you that goddamn video on my thing because it's a kick butt video. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah,
You
for
have
sure.
to link it to the podcast or backlink it or whatever you guys call it over here at this. We call it backlinking.
Backlinking.
And I'll backlink to you too.
Cool.
You SEO, right?
What?
SEO?
I don't
He
know
said what? He said what? What you talking about?
Yeah.
SEO. I'll send you information on it.
Sounds good.
You'll like it.
All right.
You will like it.
Awesome. Well, I guess this is it.
This is it. I want to thank you for having me here tonight.
Yeah,
This was
thank you
actually
so much.
pretty cool. I'm literally going to tell people they should come do a podcast with you, man. No, honestly, man. How old are you?
I am 21.
You got to be kidding me, man.
No, I'm 21.
And you're grinding at this point, or you hustling?
I think sometimes hustling and grinding are the same thing, right?
You know, I used to think that.
What-
But there's a different definition because of where I grew up.
Yeah?
When hustling and grinding are two different things.
So
man.
you got to explain to me what these mean then.
Okay.
Give our viewers or our listeners more content now.
Give them more content. Okay. When you are hustling, you're pretty much doing whatever.
Yeah.
Anything that comes up, you're doing.
Yeah.
If it pops in front of you, you're going out there, you're hustling.
Right.
If someone comes and gives you a bag of CD, you trying to sell them out the trunk of your car.
Okay.
You're hustling. When you're grinding, you're now to the point where, okay, man, I ain't doing that stupid stuff no more. I ain't gonna just be selling CD out the back of my car. I'm gonna get me a website.
Okay.
I'm gonna get everybody to come to my website. I'm gonna grind. I'm more focused now.
So considering I have my target market, I'm grinding.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we were just
My
talking about
man,
that.
My man. Okay, so now you grind. So you pass
Yeah,
hustling now. So now
yeah,
you grind. You
yeah.
got your target market. You know who you're going after. You ain't hustling no more.
No.
You know, when you're hustling, you're going with anybody and everybody. You know, if a grandmother came here and said, shoot a video when we walking with this cane, you probably shoot the video.
Yeah.
It may not be good for your business, but she would do it because you're hustling.
Right.
But now you're grinding. You're only going to focus on the thing that's going to benefit your business.
Yeah, we're grinding.
Yeah, you're grinding. And hopefully by the end of the year, you'll be impacted.
Yeah.
That's the end goal, man. Where people see your videos and your marketing, your advertising, like this company rocks. Then that's when you're making a difference. And now you're making money and your impact. You can wake up in the morning and smile and kiss your fiance.
Yes,
dude. And she'll be
right.
like, I love you. You know what I mean? Well, let's take the jet somewhere. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's the end result, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's the end result. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it. So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hopefully listening to this point. If you didn't, then you suck. If you did, well, we love you. And just have a good night, morning, day, whatever's going on. Remember to smile every day and make your dreams a reality. Thanks.